So what is going on, guys, and welcome to what could be the first episode of this Sunderland Crimo that we are actually going to be doing FaceTime with. So as you can see, this is me in your top right hand corner of the screen if you haven't seen me before, but I'm sure the majority of you have. And let's see how we get on. So if you guys do want to see a Facecam kind of series in the top right hand corner in every episode of this and the Portsmouth Crew mode, make sure you let me know in the comments down below, as if you guys want it, I will go ahead and give you it. So we're going to jump into the first game of this episode, which is going to be up against Stoke City at home. But the problem is, as you can see, our full team lineup is not currently 100% fit, as Pereira is not fit, as Kamano will be stepping in on the right hand side, as we want a fully fit squad. But I think we're going to leave Lenz there at this moment, because I think he's in special form at the moment, and the last thing we want to do is go and take out a player that's in such good form, because if we take out him, let's be honest, not many people are scoring apart from Defoe and Lenz, are they? Jan Vila squeezing it through to Angel Correa. He's on his left boot, but the ball comes up in the air. Jack Butland can't get a good punch on it, and we've still got possession of the ball as we play the ball back to Renato Sanchez. Sanchez finding Angel Correa. Correa's turned to his man, Moniesa. He cuts back inside. What a goal this could be if Angel Correa could find the back of the net. He can't, because Jack Butland pulls off a wonderful save. However, Stoke, with their first chance of the game, they play the ball to Steve Sidwell. He's playing the ball out wide, but they do manage to get the ball back inside to Mamadou Diouf, and some lovely build-up play from Stoke. We can't seem to get near him. Johnson plays the ball to Bojan, the Spanish little striker up top. He, with a dazing run, and we find ourselves 1-0 down. We've completely dominated the early stages of the game, and as soon as Stoke get their first chance of the game, they go ahead and score. We couldn't get anywhere near Bojan. He turned around about 4 or 5 players. Our centre-backs were nowhere to be seen. Pantilimon couldn't get a hand on it, and now we're 1-0 down at home. However, Patrick Van Aanholt plays the ball to Defoe. Defoe out wide to Kamano. Kamano strikes it first time, and we get ourselves back on level terms straight away. And Francois Kamano scores a goal from the same position that Mateus Pereira plays in. And we're really struggling to find the back of the net with Pereira, but this time Kamano finds it. What a lovely ball around the corner from Defoe. And Kamano has ounces of confidence as he hits that first time. Jack Butland at full stretch can't get anywhere near it, and we get ourselves straight back on level terms. What a response. Have another really good chance. Jan Vila cut inside this time. He loses out, but he manages to regain possession. We play the ball out wide to Lenz. Lenz cutting back inside. We're really applying the pressure. It comes to Kamano. Can Kamano get a second of the game? Unfortunately not, because this time Jack Butland does match it with a wonderful save. However, Angel Correa's been played through. He's taken on Ryan Shawcross. He cuts back inside with a fake shot and the scoop turn. He strikes it, and what about that for a goal from Angel Correa to get ourselves back in front. Well, not back in front, because we haven't found ourselves behind, but from coming back from 1-0 down to come back to 2-1. What about that for a strike at the near post? It actually hits the underside of the crossbar, and it's the first time this series that they've had to use the goal line technology, and that was inches over the line. And we get a wonderful goal from a wonderful striker. So that is in fact it for the game. We end up winning the game 2-1. A fantastic result from us, especially from going 1-0 down. And my man of the match does go to Francois Kamano, our first goal scorer. He played very well, and he also nearly picked up his second of the game as well. But as you see from the stats, we actually had 6 shots compared to Stoke's 2, so we completely dominated. The possession stats, obviously, we're not going to dominate because that's just FIFA 16 for you. But the next game is going to be up against City, so I knew it was a real big game against Stoke, because let's be honest, we aren't really expecting to get much against City, are we? But we've got some player training again. We're going to leave Duncan Watmore on for a little bit, see if he can reach a 67 rated. And I think once he reaches the next rating, I'm going to maybe bring in one of our players that we've scouted, because they have got very high potential. And if we train them quite a bit, we might be able to make a very decent player. So we've actually got an email now from Kamano saying that he's seen this team sheet and he's amongst the subs and he wants to play because he wants to keep his momentum going, which is fair enough for me because he had a fantastic game before, so I think we will be playing him over Pereira. But before we jump into our next game, we are going to show you a squad report because we've just moved into a new month, and feel free to pause the video at any moment if you want to have a look how the players are progressing. But Renato Sanchez now a 73, Pereira's gone up +3 ratings, which is actually surprising because he hasn't had the best of seasons so far. Angel Correa is our first player to hit an 80 rated. He's already gone up +3 ratings, and his valuation must have gone up quite a bit. So I think even if we sell him in the next transfer window, we're going to get quite a bit of money for him. A little bit disappointing that Jermaine Defoe's stats are starting to decrease, as I was hoping he was going to increase a little bit. But look at that. Reece Oxford, +5 ratings already. What a player I think this guy could turn into. Kamano's already hit a 73 rating. I'm just so pleased with how the squad is progressing. Actually, Fletcher is also gone up. So that's a bit of a surprise, to be honest, because I thought Fletcher wasn't going to be increasing because he hasn't been playing that many games, has he? But he's still done quite well. And look at our squad now. I think we've got a very decent all-round squad. I think there's a few players that we maybe need to look at maybe swapping out, bringing in a few more. I think maybe we'll bring back Jordan, or when Jordan Pickford's loan spell has finished, we will bring back him, training him a little bit, and get rid of Vito Manone, and maybe also get rid of Costa Pantilimon and bring in a new goalkeeper. But as you see from the league table, we're actually in a Europa League playoff spot now. We're currently 5th in the table, on the same point as West Brom, but we're still 8 points away from Spurs, currently sitting in 1st place. But the table's looking pretty decent. And now we've got a game against Arsenal, which in theory is a very difficult game. But Arsenal are currently sitting 11th in the league table. So they've had an absolute shocker to the start of this season. So let's see how we're going to get on. Pereira, even though he might have just hit the next rating, is going to be playing this match. Because considering how well Kamano played in the previous game, Kamano is going to be playing this one, and Pereira is going to be sitting out. But depending how the game goes, we might bring him on. We have to wait and see. Chance for Arsenal early on. They play the ball to Matteo Flamini, and what about that for a save from our 6'6" Romanian goalkeeper at full stretch? He needed every ounce of his massive frame there to get to that one, and what about that for a save? Keeping us in the game just 10 minutes in. Arsenal are really applying the pressure, and that's probably because they're playing at home. However, Arsenal have another really good chance for themselves, and Arsenal find the back of the net. This time it's Aaron Ramsey that has the shot on goal, and we need to come back from behind once again like we did in the previous game if we want to get anything out of this. A little bit disappointing that we couldn't hold up Danny Welbeck. He plays the ball to Matteo Flamini, and Rosicky plays the ball through to Aaron Ramsey. He strikes the first time, and there's got to be question marks around Pantilimon there. I know it was a good shot on the turn, but it wasn't that powerful, and Pantilimon, considering how big he is, if he went with the other hand, he would have easily saved it. However, Kamano wins the ball back for us. We play the ball to Defoe. Defoe to Mvila, or back to Defoe, sorry. Jeremy Lenz on the ball. He takes on Mathieu Debuchy, cuts back inside. Can Lenz find the back of the net? He's put the ball wide of the post again. A player of his quality in the previous episode also missed a really good chance like that. And he's got to be finding the back of the net from there. He does all the hard work, and when it gets to the easy bit, he fluffs his lines. However, Lenz on the ball again. He plays the ball through to Angel Correa. Correa takes his shot first time, and Angel Correa scores for the second time in 2 consecutive matches for us. And I knew it wouldn't be long until this guy started banging in the goals, and what a fantastic goal it was. We pick up the ball on the far side. Lenz plays the ball inside to Correa. Correa takes a lovely first touch, and what about that for a finish across Peter Cech's goal? And well, we got ourselves back on level terms, and can we do the same like we did in the other episode, in the other game, and come back from 1-0 down and maybe win 2-1. It's a big arse though against a team like Arsenal. A poor mistake from Arsenal. They give the ball away. We thread it through to Mbola, who's just come on the pitch. Mbola's cut back inside on his favourite right boot. He strikes it, and Peter Cech, the veteran goalkeeper, keeps Arsenal in the game and saves Gabriel's blushes as he gives the ball away from the free kick. We had a fantastic chance, and Mbola, who had just come on the pitch, I thought was going to get a spectacular goal after just coming onto the field of play, but it just wasn't to be, was it? Peter Cech matching it with a wonderful save. However, Mbola winning the ball back. He's through once again. He's causing all sorts of trouble. He's going to try and beat Peter Cech at his near post. And once again, Peter Cech and Mbola having their own sort of battles here. And Peter Cech has won it once again. However, we're not going to get one last chance because the 90 minutes is now up, and we end up picking up a valuable 1-1 draw with Arsenal. So to be honest, if they said we were going to get a 1-1 draw before that, I would have signed it because I thought Arsenal would have been a lot better than that. Even though they took the early lead, they tried to sit back. We nearly wrapped up the game as well with Mbola having 2 chances towards the end of the game, but it just wasn't to be, and we ended up drawing the game at 1-1. But still, a point at the Emirates Stadium is a decent point. So now from the player training, we get 2 people increased. Duncan Watmore's now hit a 67 rated, and Reece Oxford has also now gone up to 68 rated. What two young talents we've got here. I think with them two up top, especially Duncan Watmore as he's starting to increase, we might be able to find a future star. So we're now going to move into the third and final game of the episode, which is going to be at the Stadium of Light up against Watford. So Watford are actually doing very well this season in the Barclays Premier League in real life. They have really surprised me. To be honest, I thought Watford were going to be going straight back down because when they come up, they didn't have that good a squad, but they've just rebuilt their whole squad, brought in loads of new players, and they've also just signed Juan Manuel Iturbe from Roma, and he, I believe, is going to be a massive signing for them. And I'm surprised he hasn't gone to a bigger club, or I'm surprised a bigger club hasn't gone in for him, better said, because I think Roma could have got quite a bit of money for him. I know he's only on loan, but there is a £20 million buyout for Watford if they do actually want him. So I think £20 million, if he performs, is going to be quite cheap for him because he's only really young as well. Good chance for us to play the ball through to Renato Sanchez. Sanchez to Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt's going to let it fly from range, but unfortunately his shot goes straight at the Watford goalkeeper. Another really good chance to play the ball through to Lenz. Lenz is 1-1 with the goalkeeper. And Lenz, even though he started the season in really good form, he's had 3 chances in our past 3 games and he's missed all of them. However, we've got some really bad news here as our best centre-back, John Stones, has gone down with an injury and is going to be forced off the pitch. So we're going to bring Billy Jones on at centre-back. So I do believe he can actually play there. No, he can't. Can anyone actually play centre-back? No, they can't. So I think Billy Jones is going to have to step in at centre-back because no one else can. Reece Oxford can play centre-back, so I'm going to take a risk. Our big man, Reece Oxford, is going to play 45 minutes at the heart of defence. So very frustrating. For the last 10 minutes, all Watford have done has pissed around with the ball in the corner flag and we can't get anywhere near it, and it's really frustrating, and I don't know why they're doing this. With 10 minutes remaining, it's so unrealistic that a team in the Barclays Premier League with just 10 minutes remaining is going to take the ball to the corner flag. That's not realistic. With the last 5 minutes, yeah, maybe. But the last 10? Yeah, I'm sure. But we've got one last chance. Can we make something of it? Renato Sanchez to Embolo. Embolo through to Lenz. Lenz is out of energy, but he's going to cut back inside. He keeps on going. Surely that's a penalty. Yes, it is. The referee's pointed to the penalty spot. And in the 90th minute, Lenz, who I was criticising earlier on in the episode, hadn't scored a goal. I think that might be right on the very edge. I think that should be a foul, but it doesn't matter. The referee's pointed to the penalty spot. Do we give it to Lenz? Has got the best penalty stats. We're going to go to the top left-hand corner. Please, Lenz, can you find the back of the net? He's missed it. You've got to be kidding me. With just seconds remaining, we've missed a clear-cut chance. It's a penalty, and we've missed it. But we've got one last chance. Lenz is going to take the short corner. It's going to come to Angel Correa. Can Correa save us? He strikes it, and he's found the back of the net. What a finish, a dramatic finale as we missed a penalty in the 90th minute, and Angel Correa goes ahead and scores a wonderful goal. Lenz takes a short corner, Correa on the strike, and guys, what about that for a goal from Angel Correa? He scored 3 goals in 3 games, and he wraps it up with a goal like that. This guy was worth every single penny for scoring a goal like that to pick us up all 3 points. And what a dramatic ending to this game as the referee now blows the full-time whistle and we end up winning the game at 1-0 with the last kick of the game. What an ending. Lenz, not the most... Well, he's been given man of the match, but there's no way I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give my man of the match to Angel Correa. I thought he was absolutely incredible in that game. But look at the stats. We had 13 shots and 7 on target compared to Watford's 1. And somehow they managed to keep us out. But it doesn't matter because we picked up all 3 points with an absolute glorious goal in the 90th minute. But confirmation of John Stones' injury, he's going to be out for 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. So that's going to be a little bit disappointing, as I was hoping it was going to be a little bit less than that, but it's not. So we've now got some player training back. Do we take... What we're going to do, Renato Sanchez hasn't been improving at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead, take Renato Sanchez out, and I think we're going to put one of these guys in. Do we put in Torres? or Toto. I'm going to go in and put this guy in because this guy looks pretty promising. We're going to put him on some suggested, which could be keep possession. Let's put him on this. Beat your man. It's going to be on hard. And let's see if with a little bit of training, our 48 rated player can maybe increase. Yes, he has. The first training session, he's gone ahead and increased to 48 rated. And I think this guy could be a pretty decent player. He's got a potential between 79 and 94. So if we train him, there's no reason why he can't become a massive star at the club. So we've also scouted 2 more people here, Lewis Kennedy and Jason Norris. Lewis Kennedy looks the better of the two. He's got potential of 74 to 94. So we're going to go ahead and snap him up and see what he looks like. I think we're going to leave this guy for the time being because he could actually be a 38 overall rating, which we don't really need at this moment in time. And we've got some more players come back. None of them look that promising at the moment. 66 to 90, Matias Fernandez. We'll leave him for the minute. This guy looks very good. Octavio Cortez. And that guy we can get rid of. So we're going to go ahead and sign up Octavio Cortez as well and leave that guy for another month. And we've got a risk of losing 2 players, Stephen Fletcher and Wes Brown. So Wes Brown we're not that bothered about, but Stephen Fletcher, even though we don't use him that much, he's going to be a quite decent player to have in the squad. So if we can see how much of an increase he wants a 10,000 increase. We're going to go ahead and give it to him and let's see what he says. Wes Brown is currently on, if we can find him, 15,000 and he wants a 5,000 increase. We don't use him, so I'm not going to go ahead and give him one at this moment in time. We'll think about it, but we'll have to wait and see. But that is going to be it for this episode. Make sure you come back in the next episode to check out our away game up against Chelsea, and also let me know in the comment section down below whether you enjoyed this face cam kind of thing, whether you guys want me to do it every episode. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments down below. I think it's quite interesting to do face cam because you can see my reactions at the time, and as you guys saw, you saw my reaction when we scored in the last kick of the game with Angel Correa, and I think, for me personally, it will make it more interesting to watch, but I don't know. That's going to be up to you guys, as basically you guys are the ones that watch the videos and have to do what you guys want. So that will be it for the episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it will be very much appreciated, and I really hope to next time very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.